What's up, guys? So I'm actually going to get my trailer right now. With that being said, I will be heading to Missouri with it and actually going to pick up my 1977 short bed Chevy. It was my first ever truck. Dad and I built it whenever I was 15. It was my high school truck. Drove it all through high school. I parked it in storage probably about 8 years ago now, because that's when I moved to Ohio for college actually, and I've just let it sit. I haven't done anything with it. Last time the truck was running was probably 5 years ago. That's it. Every now and then I would go start it while I was in storage, but I haven't done that in probably 5 years. I've neglected it. It's just been sitting there, but I finally got time, finally got room, so gonna go get it. I've paid more storage unit fees than the truck's even worth, but it's nice. When you guys see it, you're gonna laugh. I don't know what 15-year-old Connor was thinking, but I painted the truck lime green. I'm talking like the Dodge sub lime green, like you see on the Chargers and the Hellcats and stuff. It's lime green. I don't know, I was 15 and I thought it was cool, but I regret it now, and I think that's one of the reasons I have left it in storage for so long and haven't drove it, is because it's lime green. I thought it was cool back then. I don't know, I don't think it's very cool anymore, but anyways, it's still a really nice truck, zero rust. We stripped it down to bare metal. Very, very nice truck. It's just green. So going to pick that up, get it running. I might tinker around with it a little bit, and then probably end of the summer or so, I will maybe start tearing it apart, start working on it, restoring it again. The restoration we did on it was like the first one we really ever did, first paint job we ever did. So it's a nice truck, but it's not to today's standards, I guess. Got good bones, and it will be a very nice truck again one day. It's a nice truck now, but it has a lot of potential. Anyways, I'll quit talking. I probably won't film on the drive up there, so I will let you guys know whenever I get to Missouri, and I'll start filming some more footage at the storage unit, and I'm gonna get it loaded up and head back. Alright, so this is the truck I drove in high school. I don't know why 15-year-old me thought it'd be cool to paint lime green, but I did. Nice truck, it's just lime green. I totally regret it now, but oh well. Small block Chevy, it's got a crate 350 in it, 4-bolt main. It's got a turbo 400 with the manual valve body. It's a 77 short bed. Nice truck. Parked in the storage unit about 8 years ago when I moved off to college, so it's been sitting here since. It hasn't been started. The last time I started was probably 5 years ago. I'm really thinking I'm going to be able to put this battery in it and fire it up, but I'm not going to do that. I brought my trailer. I'm going to winch on my trailer because I don't know, the fuel lines are good. I don't want to start this thing in carburetor leak fuel, whatever, so just play it safe. Brought the air compressor out tonight. I'm going to air up half the tires. There's no power in here, so I'll air up half the tires in the morning when I bring my trailer. I'll fill that up again tonight and then air the other half up tomorrow. But I'm kind of curious. I am going to put a battery in it and just see if it cranks. I'm not going to start it. I just want to see if it's cranked, make sure the motor isn't locked up, because the motor, I guarantee it has less than 5,000 miles on it. It's basically brand new. So like I said, I'm not going to start it, just going to see if it cranks. But yeah, the license plate was last plated in 2017, so it was my high school truck. It's nice, it's just lime green, so we'll see if I can get it start, or I guess crank. Well, at least the motor's not locked up. It's not seized or anything from sitting. I mean, it cranks slow, but I don't know if that's because of the battery or whatever. Ow, I just pinched my finger. It's gonna be kind of hard to see. I'll kind of use my phone light. I'll get a better look tomorrow. But in the back here, we got a brand new, basically, turbo 350. We got an LS block, some heads for an LS stuff. Like I said, tomorrow when I have a light, I'll actually be able to see a little bit better. But the truck, it's nice. It's got a mega shifter, B&M mega shifter in it. Like I said, everything turned on. Lights all work. So it's a factory AC truck. The AC and all that used to work. It's nice. It's just lime green, so at least I know it does crank. Gives me hope. Pretty good shape for sitting in a storage unit. So I'm just gonna air these tires up and then call it a night for tonight. And then tomorrow I'll bring my trailer and get this thing all loaded up. Alright guys, so it's the next morning. I had to get my truck jackknifed to get my trailer in here. But it's in here, all the tires are up. So I'm gonna go ahead and string out the winch, get it hooked up, and try to make this a quick, easy little load up. But we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna empty out the storage unit. I'm gonna empty out all this nightstand, and there's some deer mounts and signs and stuff behind the truck. So I'm gonna get this space for it, some time for it. Alright, the winch is hooked up. Everything's good, the battery's ready. So now, luckily with this one I have the keys, so I can put it in neutral and steer it, unlike the last one where I couldn't steer it. Oh, I might want to get the ramp sound, that might help. But for now, it needs to turn a little bit to the right and then be a neutral. So if I can crawl in here. So reverse, neutral. So this has a ratchet first, second, third, neutral. So let's turn it to the right. Okay. That was probably too much. No, it needs to go a little bit more actually. Okay. Just gotta get the ramps down, and then I'm good to start pulling. This thing's rolling easy. This thing hasn't seen sunlight in probably 8 years. Look at it, all dusty. We'll get her pulled out and go to the car wash and get it cleaned up. Well, that was simple. That pulled right up on it, which I know it's flat basically. Here she is. I don't know what I was thinking, lime green. It looks good, it's just green. Factory short bed 77. This thing we took down to the bare metal. There's no Bondo, no rock replacements, that's all stock. This thing, I mean, I have some pictures, it has zero rust on it. It's a nice truck. I bought it when I was 15, my first ever truck. I'll never get rid of it. We're gonna take it home. I won't start on it now, but probably this summer I'll start ripping it apart. The factory color was red, which is a drastic change from this, but I'll probably go back factory. The interior is nice. I need to throw it in park. Okay, there's park. But door shut good. Like I said, here's an LS block. There's a turbo 350 trans. There's some LS heads over there. But here she is, ready to go to Oklahoma. So I'm gonna get the rest of the storage unit cleaned out. I gotta sleep. Looks like I started having a leak. Probably dried up a seal in the transmission. There's some old like shop signs, some fish mounts, and I don't know, random stuff I gotta clean up. I gotta sleep this out. But the old square body's going home. I guarantee you this thing would fire up right now. It's just a stock 350, but I bet if I poured fuel in it, it would fire right up. So anyways, I'm gonna get this thing tied down, get this unloaded, and get out of here, so stay tuned. Alright, I got to the gas station. I'm actually so confident that this thing will run with no issues. I'm putting some fresh gas in it. I'm only going to put like 5 gallons, but I guarantee this thing's going to fire up. I'm not going to drive it yet because I know it needs brake work and stuff. I remember last time I drove it, I think the caliper was hanging, but at least to let it run and everything, get some fresh gas in it. The motor needs to run. Battery on it and check. Alright guys, we got the truck all clean. It definitely needed a bath. It had a bunch of dust and everything from sitting on it. Cleaned up pretty good. You can still see some streaks in here, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to repaint this thing anyways. The tires, they're junk from sitting. You can see how flat spotted they are. It's like dished in right here. They're junk. But the truck's still in good shape. This is the first ever truck Dad and I ever painted or really kind of restored, so this was what kind of what started it all. So it's not perfect. I mean, you can look down it, it's straight enough to look good, but it's not a nice truck. It's not a show truck or anything. It's just a 16-year-old truck. Right here I did kind of get backed into, I don't know if you can see it, in the high school parking lot. Some girl backed into me. It's not bad. I just need to pull that out, fix that. But like I said, this is the truck that started it all, so it's not perfect. It's not straight. It's got waves in it and everything, but it was a good first project. It does have a 12 volt in it. It's a 308 one tire fire, and if you tell, last time I drove it, it looked like I did a good burnout because this tire is still all grooved up, but the tires are shot. Solid rockers, no rust, factory cab corners and rockers, factory bed. I think this is the side, last time I drove it, I think this caliper was hanging because it kept pulling this way, so I know it needs some brake work. But like I said, it's straight enough to look good, but it's not a nice truck. But I got the winch on, holding the front end down, plus the strap. The interior is full of stuff that was in the storage unit. Back here we got, like I said, a turbo 350. It has like 2,000 miles on it. I pulled that out when I had this 400 build. This is actually a built 400. It does have a manual valve body in it, so this thing's basically brand new. So I'm thinking about putting that in that 82 I have, because that transmission leaks like crazy and it kind of acts weird. So I'll probably put that in the 82. There's an LS block 5.3. There's some heads over here. The crank is actually in the floor of the truck. Here's all the original trim. Being a 77, it has the yellow trim. That was a 1 year only. I need to put that somewhere so I don't blow out the truck. There's a Mopar 8 3/4 rear end. A bunch of the stock LS parts I need to throw away. So what I haven't shown you guys is, so my 68 GMC, which you guys have not seen yet. It's got a built 6.0 in it, stuff like that. It's a nice truck. But what I just picked up for it is a Tremec T56 Magnum. This one was actually built by Liberty. Got a quick time bell housing, ram clutch for it, all kinds of goodies. This thing's brand new. It was sitting in one of my old boss's shop. I bought it from him, so it kind of looks rough, but this is actually all just gunk. It'll clean up nice. This will all wipe off. So it's just been sitting on the shelf, but it's brand new. So made a deal with him, picked this up. So this will go in my 68 behind that 6.0. It'll be a fun time. So I'll show you guys putting that in. That clutch is actually for a small block Chevy, so that might be for a future project. But at the house I have a Ram dual disc clutch, or I'm sorry, a Monster dual disc clutch for a 6.0 or LS. So I'm gonna put that in with this. The truck is a long bed right now, so maybe in one video I can show you guys cutting it down. But for now, just get it going, get it on the road. But yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna start our about 5 hour, well, probably 5.5 hour drive home, and let you know how it goes. So stay tuned. All right, guys, got the truck to the shop. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing unstrapped, get the ramps down, just roll into the shop tonight. Probably not gonna do anything to the truck besides unload it. If I do, I'll show you guys. I do have the battery. I don't know, I might put a battery and see if it'll start. I got some gas in there. I don't know yet. But smooth trip, no issues. Thankfully, nice weather today, so we're just gonna get this thing unhooked and get this ramps down and use the winch and just back it off and get it parked for tonight and probably call it a day. So got a little bit of gas and a battery. Figured might as well. I bet this thing's gonna fire right up. But I guess we'll find out here shortly. So the last time this truck was started was probably about 5 years ago. I put it in the storage room about 8 years ago. The last time it was actually probably started was probably about 5 years ago. Give it a little bit of feel and see what happens. Dude, this thing's been sitting for 5 years and it fired first hit. That's the blower motor. 40 pounds of oil pressure. Well, guess that answers that question. Like I said, this thing's been sitting for 5 years, fired right up. Just a stock 350. My plan with this truck is to make it not green. I want this thing to be like completely like stock. Back, it was originally red. I don't know what I was thinking. I want it back red, but I want just kind of like a stock appearing truck. Stock grill back in it, stock height, which is what it is. Stock interior. It's got factory AC. I want all, which it does work, or at least it did work. All this to work. Just a stock motor. Probably put a 4-speed or something cool in it, but just a stock C10. That's a cool cruiser. That's why I don't want this to be a hot rod. This is my first ever truck. I'll never sell it, so just something that I can drive, Sunday cruiser, whatever, but nothing crazy. I have my 68 stuff I can make a hot rod or whatever you want to call it, but this one I just want a nice little cruiser. So it runs. Stay tuned. We're gonna get back on the 82, which is back here. That actually has a bad lifter. I was running the valves the other day. I could hear them ticking, stuff like that, and it does have a bad lifter. And when I drained the oil, it was pretty metallic-y, so I'm gonna assume it wiped the cam loop. Don't know that for sure yet, but probably just pull the motor. It leaks everywhere, so I'll probably just pull the motor, reseal it, obviously go through it, whatever it needs done, machine work, whatever wise, but put that back together. But for now, the green truck's home. Like I said, I think it needed brake work last time I drove it. Anyways, I'm gonna get it actually running and try driving it, and then go from there. I'm gonna get the Tremec and the 68, which I will show you guys that footage of me putting that in the 68. But yeah, other than that, just check the page, see what's going on, and I will let you guys know when I post something. Thanks.